Israeli officials are becoming increasingly frustrated by the international community's foot-dragging regarding Iran's defiant nuclear program. Sanctions are having almost no impact, and there is no credible threat of force. For most Israelis, it seems the world has accepted a nuclear-armed Iran as a foregone conclusion. Speaking at a counter-terrorism conference at the Interdisciplinary Center in Herzliya on Sunday, former Mossad chief Danny Atom said that if NATO or some other coalition of air forces would attack even just some of Iran's nuclear facilities, it could buy plenty of time to ultimately prevent the Islamic Republic from obtaining atomic weapons. If the modern Air Force led by the United States mobilized their capabilities, it is possible, if not to completely remove the threat, at least to delay it for years to come, said Atom. But Europe and the Obama administration have signaled they have absolutely no intention of using force to stop Iran, and so Israel must retain the right to self-defense. Figure out for yourself what that means, Atom told his audience. Israel's leader is demanding that Israeli troops remain on the border of a future Palestinian state with neighboring Jordan, further antagonizing the Palestinians at a time when they are already threatening to walk out of peace talks. The negotiations, which resumed this month in Washington after a 2-year breakdown, are floundering over Palestinian demands that Israel extend a curb on Jewish construction in the West Bank. That curb, in place for 10 months, is set to expire Sunday. Israel's military chief told lawmakers on Tuesday that the military was preparing for possible clashes between Israelis and Palestinians should the negotiations run aground. Resolution of the settlement building dispute is critical to the fate of the peace talks because the Palestinians say they won't negotiate unless the construction slowdown continues. With a settlement freeze due to expire at midnight on September 30th, heavy pressure is being exerted on Israeli officials to extend the freeze before the Palestinians walk out. Palestinian Leader Mahmoud Abbas has threatened that he would not spend another day in direct talks if the settlement freeze expires. Israeli officials are saying that they are preparing for the talks to break down and have placed their military on high alert. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has also said that in the event of the creation of a Palestinian state for security purposes, Israel must be allowed to maintain a military presence on the Jordanian border to prevent weapons smuggling into the territory. Of course, the Palestinians and the international community believe that a multinational military force will be sufficient to prevent weapons smuggling into the new Palestinian state. Netanyahu disagrees. I don't believe that under these circumstances international troops will do the job, Netanyahu said in a conference call with U.S. Jewish leaders. The only force that can be relied on to defend the Jewish people is the Israeli Defense Force. That will never happen, said Palestinian spokesman Hussein Zamlat, adding that not one Israeli soldier will be permitted to remain in a future Palestinian state. An international presence will be able to monitor and enforce security once the political situation has been sorted out, Zamlat said. Over the next week to 10 days, much will need to be sorted out if direct talks are to continue. I do not believe under any circumstance that Israel will be allowed to maintain a military presence within a new Palestinian state. This is just one of many problems that will need to be sorted out over the next 3 months if indeed talks go past the month of September. This is Terry Malone with the Calvary Prophecy Report.